Welcome to this part 2, where we'll be looking at mounting this gasoline valve. If you haven't watched part 1, you can watch it here. And for the gasoline valve, I have a new one here. But before I mount it, I would like to make this this mount up here. You cannot see, but there's a small bracket up here, and I have to get something holding that. And this valve is not, there's not no screws or anything in it, so I would like to take this off and then go to the drawing table and try to cook out something that can be mounted up here before I connect the hoses. So I'll just want to take out any gasoline left in the tank. So I have a small bucket here, and here you can see there's still some left in the tank. Probably a good idea to clean that out as well. So just filling it over here temporarily so I can get this valve off. While the gasoline is draining, we can take out this seat and I can show you. Another thing that was actually wrong with this was the carburetor here. See this, yeah, you could say the throttle cable actually broke off at some point, so I mended this with a small bracket here, and it's been working since then, a couple of years back. So hopefully it will last also when I get it up running again. But that should be good for now. So gasoline has been drained. I want to take off this small clamp here and then see if I can get the valve out. It's stuck pretty good in there. And that's a good thing, of course, but then it's more difficult to get off. I'll just find a knife. So sometimes the easiest way is actually to cut it just above where it goes in. Try not to cut myself as well. So there you go. And then this one I just cut off, because then you have a kind of a new start here. If I took this one off and then got it back on, it might be not as tight as if it's a new piece that I put on here. So let me see if I can just cut in here. Try not to score the tube itself. So this one we'll need to make an adapter for to fix up here. So I'll go to the drawing board and see if I can cook something up. So at the drawing board, or rather my desktop computer, I fired up Autodesk Fusion 360 and started a new design. I took some measures, we can see those here. The first one, of course, is on the gasoline valve itself, how wide that is 19 millimeters. Then we have the width of the bracket that it's going to be mounted at, around 20 millimeters. And it just took a measure here about 30 millimeters for at least for the screw to fit inside the bracket there. And the screw I know is a 6 millimeter screw. So I created a sketch first and put in some of the numbers here for the screw or the bolt. I chose 7 millimeters so it goes through smoothly. And then the measurement were like 19 on the side there, from side to side on the valve. I know that plastic shrinks a little bit, so I made it 20 and then minus 2/10 of a millimeter. And then I made some corrections around here and did an extraction from the base like this. And the next one is for the mount or the brackets around the valve itself, and then for the base for the screw. And then I finished up with some chamfers just to make it a little more strong maybe. So from the body here I exported that as a mesh into an STL file, saved it in my desktop, fired up the slicer program for my 3D printer, in this case flash print from Flashforge. Took in the model and created support underneath here, because we cannot print out in thin air, so this is support down here, and started slicing. I just took the ABS, though I'm printing this in ASA, 240 degrees Celsius on the extruder and 100 degrees on the plate. Sliced that and made some infill here that's supposed to be strong, so everything looks fine. Saved that to the local computer and went through the printer to start it. At the printer, just plug in the SD card, hitting print, selecting the file, and just start printing. Then 1 hour later, print has finished. Took out the plate, let it cool a little, and then on these plates it's very easy to get the print off. Here you have the support. I removed that. It didn't came out that nice, so actually I made a few adjustments and printed one more, and this one fits nicely for the gasoline valve. And for this 3D printed mount, I would just attach this to the flange up here, if I can. Whoops. I don't know if I can show you at the same time. Well, hopefully I can get a grip here and then screw it firmly in here, like this. So the mount is in and it's pretty okay. I can turn the knob here, the valve, and maybe I need to zip tie it also, but it sits pretty good. So now I only need to connect the hoses again. So with the hose back on, I just want to clamp it down here with this one-eared ring clamp, and I have a special tool for that, like this one. Supposed to be able to clamp the ear here. Let me see if I can reach it, and then place it, and then just squeeze it. So it sits nice firmly in here, and it goes in here, yes, perfectly. So now we need a new hose going between these two pieces here. So I'll just cut a piece of this new hose, gasoline tubing, and just to avoid the braiding here, to get even more flush, I just burn it a little bit on the side here. Don't do it with the gasoline in. So it goes in here, and the lock ring goes on here. Tighten that. So nice and tight there. And then it can fit in here. Yes. So we just need to attach it here as well. And attach that there. So I just want to shorten this one because it's pretty long. So when it gets up here, it's a long way for it to reach the carburetor. So let me shorten that one as well. So in the end, this got connected as well. The filter is in there, so it goes directly into the carburetor. So ready to pour some gasoline. And currently it's closed, and I will then pour some gasoline in here. But before I do that, I will amend the battery case in the back here. So stay tuned for the next part, and I'll go into the battery case. Thank you for watching.